Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today our topic is linear equations in one variable. Okay, the first question is algebraic expressions. So what are the algebraic expressions? Here is the definition and examples also. Any expression containing constants, variables and the operations like the addition, subtractions is called as an algebraic expression. Okay. So the examples are 5x, 2x minus 3, x square plus 1 and as many. So here the example is 5x. Now there are few terms here, constants, variables and the operations. So if we take one examples from here, that is 2x minus 3. So constants means this value. This value is known as the constant. So here 2 and 3 are the constants. Okay, and variable means x. Okay, so if there is anything unknown, then it is known as the variable. Okay, and the value is known as the constants. Okay, got it? Go to the next slide. Now the question is, what is an equation? An equation is a mathematical expression equating one algebraic expression to another. So you have to learn it very carefully. Equating. So take an example. So here 5x equal to 25. So this is the equal sign. That means on the right hand side it is equal to the value of left hand side. Okay, got it? So here the value are the same on the both side. So here in the middle we are using equating sign. So when an mathematical expression equating one algebraic expression to another is called an equation. Okay, go to the next slide. Now the linear equation comes. An equation of the form ax plus b, ax plus b equal to 0, where a and b are the real numbers, such that a should not be equal to 0, is called a linear equation. So look at the conditions. So what is the equation of the linear equation? Ax plus b equal to 0, where a should not be equal to 0. Okay, so this is known as the linear equation. Here a and b are the real numbers. Okay, the highest power of the variable in this expression is 1, as it is linear equation. So look at the point here. The highest power of the variable in this expression is 1, so that it is known as the linear equation. Examples, suppose 2x. Okay, suppose 2x plus 7. Okay, so the power of the variable is 1. Okay, so when in any equation the highest power of the variable is 1, then this expression is known as the linear equation. Here the variable is x and its power is 1. Here the variable is x and the power is 1. Okay, so when the power of the variable is 1, then it is known as the linear equation. So examples are 2x, 2x plus 7. Okay, you can write it 16 minus y. You can use any variable, but the power must be 1. But there are some few examples that are not linear equation. like x square plus 1, y square plus y, okay, or y cube plus 3. So all these are not the linear equation because the power of this expression is 2. The power of this expression is, here highest power is 2, here also is the 3. So in linear equation the power of the variable should not greater than 1. If there, if the power of the variable is greater than 1, then they are called as the non linear equation. I think it is clear. Now already you have learned, if we have the expression, then the parts are variables, constants, equality, equation. Okay, go to the next slide. Now we will be learning about the linear equations once again to give you the better idea. So a linear equation is an equation involving only linear polynomials where the highest power of the variable is 1, okay, like 3x plus 4 equal to minus 3. So here is the equating sign and here is the variable x and the power of the variable x is 1, okay. And the next example, it is also the highest power of the variable is 1. Here also the highest power of variable is 1. So all these are the linear equations, okay. If I ask you x y is the linear equation, it is not the linear equation because the power of x is 1, the power of y is 1. So one variable is multiplied with another, so this is not in the linear equation, okay. We are learning about linear equation in one variable, so we have to take only one variable in our expression, okay. Look at an equation of the first degree involving only one variable is called linear equation in one variable. Like suppose here 4x minus 6 equal to 11, okay, equation. Here this is the equal sign, okay, and here we are using only one variable. So in, if any equation there is one variable, it is known as the linear equation in one variable, okay. So all the examples are here. Look the examples, here only one variable present, so all these are the linear equations, okay. What is the solution of a linear equation? What do you mean by the solution of the linear equation? The solution or root of an equation is the value of the variable which truly satisfies both the sides of the statement of equality. This is known as the statement of equality. So we can say that in a linear equation, the left hand side of the equation is equal to right hand side of the equation, okay. Got it? So we are taking the example for this question, solution of linear equation. Suppose we are writing 2x equal to 10. So this is the linear equation because we are using one variable x here, okay. Now 2x equal to 10, so we can write it 2 dot x by 2 equal to 10 by 2, okay. We are dividing 2 on the both sides, so if we cut it, then we will have x is equal to 5, okay. So the equation was 2x equal to 10 and already we got x is equal to 5. So if we write the value of x here on the left side, it is 2 into 5, that is 10, okay. So now left hand side is equal to the right hand side, so this is the condition of the linear equation. So here as x satisfies this equation, so x is the solution of this linear equation, okay. Okay, we will be discussing later also, Okay, so here at below there are some expressions here, linear expressions and non-linear expressions are there. These are the not linear expression as the power, highest power of the variable is greater than 1. Okay, go to the next slide. So what is the solution? Already we have told about the solution of the linear equation. Here it is 1. So we know that in the solution, we know that the solution or root of an equation is the value of the variable which truly satisfied both the sides of the statement of equality. Okay, so here is the equation is 3x minus 5 equal to 10. Okay, verify x is equal to 5. That means if we put the value of x here and we got 10, that means x is equal to 5 is the solution of this equation. Okay, so we put and let's check. So 3x minus 5, so x here is 5, put the value. So 3 into x means 5 minus 5, so this is 15, so 15 minus 5, that's equal to 10. So this is the left hand side and this is the right hand side, so the value on both sides are equal. So we can say that x is equal to 5 is a solution of that linear equation. Okay, got it? Okay, go to the next slide. So what are the rules to solve a linear equation? The two sides of the equation are balanced or equal. We perform the following mathematical operations so that the balance is not disturbed. Okay, number 1, same number can be added to both the sides of the equation without affecting the equality. Number 2, same number can be subtracted from both sides of the equation without affecting the equality. Number 3, both sides of the equation can be multiplied by the same number m without affecting the equality. And 4, both sides of the equation can be divided by the same number m without affecting the equality. So all this we will be learning on the next slides. Okay, next slide. For any linear equation there will be a presence of an equal to sign. Obviously in equation we are also using the equal to sign here. The quantity on the left of the equality sign is called left hand side and for right hand side it is known as the right hand side. Okay, so if we are considering a linear equation that is x minus 3 equal to 5. Okay, so here x minus 3 is the left hand side of the equation and 5 is the right hand side of the equation. Okay, so values of the expression on the left hand side and right hand side are equal and become true only for a certain values of the variable. These certain values are called the solution of the equation. Got it? So for this example, x minus 3 equal to 5. So here if we find out the value of x, that will be x minus 3 plus 3 equal to 5 plus 3. Why we are adding plus 3? To cut this value. Okay, here this is minus 3, so if you want to omit this value we have to add plus 3 here, and as we are adding it on the left hand side, we have to add this value on the right hand side also with the same sign. So here it is plus 3 minus 3, that is x, so x equal to 5 plus 3, that is 8. So the value of x is equal to 8. Okay, so now if so for the equation x minus 3 equal to 5, we are getting x is equal to 8. So now we are getting the value x is equal to 8. If we replace the value of x in the equation using 8, what we will get? X minus 3. So x minus 3 means 8 minus 3, because x is equal to 8 we have obtained, so the value is 5 on the left hand side and the value of right hand side is 5. So the both sides are equal, so that we can say that x equal to 8 is a solution of this equation x minus 3 equal to 5. Okay, so we can find the value, we can check the value also. Okay, I think it is clear. Go to the next slide. So once we are telling that what are linear equation involving only one variable in first order, that means the power of the variable should not be exceed 1, is called a linear equation in one variable. So all these examples are of linear equation in one variable. Okay, got it? Okay, so if you ask me, sir, here it is okay because here it is 3x minus 5, here it is 8 minus y equal to 2, but here it is 7a equal to 15 minus 3a. So on the both side a is present. Can you say that it is linear equation in one variable? Yes, we are using only one variable on the both side a. Okay, so we can tell this equation a linear equation in one variable. Okay, next, so what are the properties of an equation? There are some properties. If same quantity is added to both sides of the equation, the sums will be equal. Suppose we have x is equal to 7, x is equal to 7. So if we add a on the both side, that means on the both sides the value will be equal. This is same for minus also, this is same for multiplication also, and this is same for division also. So all these are the rules or the properties of an equations. Okay, the 4. Got it? Okay, go to the next slide. Now we are trying to solve some linear equations. We know if we want to solve any linear equation, we will have two methods. One is balancing method, another one is transposing method. Okay, so we are taking first balancing method. So in balancing method, both of the sides of equation are balanced. Let us understand it by a simple example. Suppose we have the equation 2x minus 10 equal to 2. We are using balancing method. So here look at, to balance both the sides, firstly we have to add 10 on the both sides of the equation. Okay, because 10 is there, so 2x minus 10 equal to 2 plus 10, adding here 10, and also we are adding 10 on the left side. So here it is minus 10, so we are adding plus 10 on the both sides to nullify this value. Okay, so here plus 10 minus 10 gives the 0. That means on the left side it is 2x and on the right side it is 12. Here we are getting 2x equal to 12. Now look at, if we want to find out the value of x, this is our aim. So here 2 is multiplied with x, so how can you omit this 2? If we divide this equation by 2 on the both side, then it gives x. Okay, so if we divide 2x by 2, then we get x. If we are dividing 2 on the left side, we have to also use this on the right side, so it gives us x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 6, x is equal to 6 is a solution of this equation 2x minus 10 equal to 2. Okay, so the equation was 2x minus 10 equal to 2, and the value we are getting for x is 6. So if the question is check the equation, how to check it? We have to put the value of x on the left hand side. So we are getting 2x minus 10, and we are putting the value 2 into x is 6 minus 10. So 2 into 6 means 12 minus 10. So we are getting 2 on the left hand side, and on the right hand side it is also same. It is also same 2. So we can say that x equal to 6 is a solution or the root of this equation 2x minus 10 equal to 2. Okay, so we are using here the method is balancing method, because all the times we are trying to balance the sides. At first we are trying to balance it, adding 10, then dividing by 2. Okay, I think it is clear. Go to the next slide. Now it is transposing method. Okay, let us understand by an example. Suppose here is the question is 2x minus 5 equal to 5 is the equation. So firstly we will transpose the integer minus 5 from left side to right hand side, thus we will get 2x equal to 5 plus 5. So here the equation is 2x minus 5 equal to 5. So transpose means we can shift any constants or variables from one side to another side of the equation, okay, until the solution is obtained. So we here in this equation our aim is to you have to find out the value of the x. So at first we have to look at that x for that value. So we have to transpose this value first to get 2x. So now we are getting 2x equal to 5 and transposing this value on the right hand side. So whenever we are trying to transpose this value on the right hand side, its sign will be opposite of that sign. So here it is minus 5. So when we transpose this value on the right hand side, its value will be plus 5. Okay, sign will be changed. So here we are getting 2x equal to 10. Okay, now once again with the variable x it is 2. So here 2 is there, so we have to transpose it. So 2 is multiplied with x. So if we want to transpose this 2 on the right hand side, we have to transpose 2 by dividing 10. So it will be x equal to 10 by 2. Okay, so we get 5. X is equal to 5. Got it? Got the transposing method? So now we are getting for this equation 2x minus 5 equal to 5, x is equal to 5. So if we put the value x is equal to 5 on the left hand side of the equation, we will get 5. Okay, because here 2x, so 2 into 5 10, 10 minus 5, that is equal to 5. So on the both side the value is equal. Okay, so we can say that x is equal to 5 is a solution of the root for the equation 2x minus 5 equal to 5. Okay, I think both methods are easy. So look it now. Go to the next slide. Now we are taking some examples. Here the question is solve the equation 3 by 4x minus 6 by 5 equal to 7 by 10 and check the solution. So at first we have to find out the value of x from here, this equation. So look at in this equation 3x by 4 minus 6 by 5 equal to 7 by 10. Okay, so here minus 6 by 5 is the extra term. Okay, so we have to add same value to the both of the sides but opposite sign. So here it is minus 6 by 5, so you are using here plus 6 by 5 on the right hand side also and the left hand side also. So to omit this minus 6 by 5, we are taking plus 6 by 5 on the both side. Okay, so it gets nullified. We get 3 by 4x equal to 7 by 10 plus 6 by 5. So if we add those fraction, we will get 7 plus 12 by 10. Why? Because we have to find, this is the equation is 7 by 10 and 6 by 5. So we have to find out the LCM first. LCM is 10. Okay, so we are getting LCM at the below, that is 10, and then 7 plus 12. Okay, so this gives us 19 by 10. So ultimately we are getting 3 by 4x equal to 19 by 10. Now we are getting 3 by 4x equal to 19 by 10. So left hand side it is 3x by 4, or you can say that 3 by 4 multiplied with x. So we have to balance this 3 by 4. How to balance it? We have to multiply the reciprocal value of this value on the both side of the equation. Okay, so what is the reciprocal value of 3 by 4? That is the 4 by 3. Okay, so we are multiplying 4 by 3 on the both side. So we are getting here x only, and on the right side it gives us, if we cut it, 5 and then 2. So this gives us 38 by 15. Got it? So the value of x is 38 by 15. So look this procedure very carefully. Okay, so our aim is to find out the value of x by using transposing method or by using the balance method. Now the second part is check the solution. So here the value is x is equal to 38 by 15. Okay, so we have to put the value x is equal to 38 by 15 on the left hand side, that is 3 by 4x minus 6 by 4. Okay, so if we put the value of x here, okay, then we got 3 into 38 by 4 into 15, that is 19 by 10. Okay, 3 into 38 by 4 into 15. Okay, so here 3 5 and 2 19, so it gives us 19 by 10. Okay, so here it is 19 by 10. So this gives us 19 by 10, and here it is minus 6 by 5. Again we have to find out the LCM, and we know how to subtract those values. So we are getting 19 minus 12 by 10, that is 7 by 10 on the right hand side. Okay, so the left hand side and right hand side is equal, so we can say that x is equal to 38 by 15 is the solution of the given equation. Okay, got it? Pause it and watch the video again. Next slide. Here also we are taking another example. We have to solve minus 2 by 4 minus x minus 3 by 5 equal to 1 and check the solution. So at first we are taking the LCM of 4 by 5, that is 20 out. So we are finding out the LCM first, that means here 4 5, that is 20. So here 5 into x minus 2, and here it is minus 4 into x minus 3. Then we are multiplying this. We know if 5 and inside the bracket it is, so we can write it 5x minus 10. Okay, so here it is, and for the next time it is minus 4 and inside the bracket x minus 3, so that is minus 4x and minus plus 12. Okay, so we are getting 5x minus 10 minus 4x plus 12 by 20 equal to 1. Okay, so here we are writing all the x values in one side and the constant values on the next side. So it gives us x plus 2, because 5x minus 4x, it gives us x plus sign in the middle, and then 12 minus 10, that means it is 2. So we are getting here x plus 2 by 20 equal to 1. Okay, so here also we have to balance it. So here it is 20 at the below, so we are multiplying using 20. So 20 cuts it, and here also we have to multiply on the both side of the equation. So it is 20, so we got x plus 2 equal to 20. So we are getting x plus 2 equal to 20. So also again we have to balance this. How to balance this? We have to subtract this value using minus 2. on the both side. So then we will have minus 2 plus 2 gives 0, x is equal to 18. Okay, so we are getting the value x is equal to 18. Then if we put the value of x is equal to 18 on the left side of this equation, that is x minus 2 by 4 minus x minus 3 by 5, it gives x is 18. So here it is 18 minus 2 by 4, and here it is minus 18 minus 3 by 5. So 18 minus 2 by 4 gives us 16 by 4, and 18 minus 3 by 5 gives us 15 by 5. So it gives us 4 minus 3, that gives us 1. So on the both side the value is equal, so we can say that x is equal to 18 is the solution of the given equation. Okay, so look it again, go to the next slide. Again we are solving, try to solve it yourself. Okay, and it is x minus 3 plus 5 by 2 equal to minus 3 by 2. You can use transpose method here also. So here it is, the value is, extra value is plus 5 by 2. So if we want to transpose this value on the right hand side, the magnitude will be negative. So here it is minus 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2, that gives us minus 8 by 2. So here we are getting x by 3 equal to minus 4, because 2 and 4 it gives us 4, so it is minus 4. So x by 3 equal to minus 4, so x will be minus 4 into 3, that gives us minus 12. Got it? So the value of x is equal to minus 12. So if you want to check it, so we have to put the value of x minus 12 here on the left hand side. This is that. So minus 12 by 3, that gives us minus 4. If we cut it, minus 4, so here it is minus 4, and here it is plus 5 by 2. Okay, so here it is, the equation is minus 4 and plus 5 by 2. Minus 4 we can write it minus 4 by 1, so the LCM is 2, so we are getting minus 4 into 2, that is minus 8 plus 5, so it gives us minus 3 by 2 on the right hand side. Okay, as shown here. Okay, so the value of x is minus 12, and on the, if we put the value of x on the left hand side, the value is equal to the right hand side. So we can say that x is equal to minus 12 is the solution of the root of the given equation, x by 3 plus 5 by 2 equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay, go to the next slide. We are taking another example to give you better idea. So here the question is 2 into, and inside the bracket x minus 5, then plus 3 inside the bracket x minus 2, and then 8 plus 7 inside the bracket x minus 4. So if at first we have to remove the brackets here. How to remove? We have to multiply this. So if we multiply 2 into x minus 5, it gives us 2x minus 10. 3 inside the bracket x minus 2, it gives us 3x minus 6, and here also 8, that is 8 plus 7 inside the bracket x minus 4, that gives us 7x minus 28. So here we are doing one thing, that is, at first we are counting here. So here it is 2x plus 3x, that is 5x, minus 10 plus minus 10 and minus 6, that gives us minus 16 here. Okay, and on the right side it is 8 and it is minus 28. So 8 minus 28 gives us 28, and plus 8, it gives us minus 20. So on the right side it is 7x minus 20. We are transposing 7x on the left hand side, so it is 5x minus 7x, that gives us minus 2x. And on the right side, that is 20 minus 20 already was there, and we are transposing minus 16 to this side, so it will be plus 16. So minus 20 plus 16 gives us for minus 4. So here minus 2x equal to minus 4. So again we have to balance it, so we have to transpose minus 2. So if we transpose it, it will come at the below of the minus 4, so it gives us 2, so x is equal to 2. Okay, Go to the next slide. So now we are talking about the application of the linear equations, that means word problems. So practical problems, also called word problems, are often tricky entities involving variables and numerals. Okay, many of these problems which we encounter in our daily day-to-day life can be solved easily if we are able to understand their language and convert them into linear equations. So what are the steps to solve any word problems? Number one is read and reread the word problem till you understand what is provided and what is asked for. Number two step, assign the unknown measures, the letters x, y, z, etc. Step 3, convert the language of the word problem into simple mathematical statements. Number 4, form equation using the conditions given in the problem. Step 5, solve the equations to find the value of the unknown measures. Okay, so we are now taking word problems basically. Okay, so to solve any word problems we have to first read and reread the word problems. Okay, and assign the unknown measures, the letters, then convert the language into the simple mathematical statement. Okay. Okay, so this is the application of the linear equation, that means word problems. Go to the next slide. Suppose we are taking one word problem. Here the question is, a number is decreased by 15 and the new number so obtained is multiplied 3. The result is 81. Find the number. Okay, so we have to find the number. So when the question is that you have to find the number, so you have to assume the number as some variable. Here we are taking it as the x. Okay, suppose the number is x. Okay, so now look at the question. A number is decreased by 15. So what is the number? Number we are taking x. So it is decreased by 15. So how can we write it? The number decreased by 15. We can write it x minus 15. Okay. Then the statement is, and the new number means this number, so obtained, already obtained, is multiplied by 3. So you can write that inside the bracket and multiplied with 3. The result is 81. The result is 81. So we can write it here 3x minus 15 inside the bracket and then equal to 81. Okay, so whenever the question is the final number, you have to assume the number and then read the statements and make the equation one by one, as we are doing here. Okay, so now if we have the equation, then we know how to solve it. Here it is the equation. We have to multiply the values inside the bracket. So it gives us 3x minus 45 because it is x minus 15 in the bracket. So 3x means 3 into x means 3x, 3 to 15, that means 45. So it gives 3x minus 45 equal to 81. Then we are transposing this 45 on the right hand side. So the sign will be positive because here the sign is negative. So we are getting 3x equal to 81 plus 45. So it gives us 126. Okay, so 3x equal to 126. Now 3x equal to 126. So we have to transpose this value 3. So how can we do that? We are transposing this value. So we have to divide the right hand side by 3. So we are getting x is equal to 42. Okay, got it? Here also you can do same one thing. 3x is equal to 126. So we have to omit 3 to find out the value of x. So we have to divide by 3 on the both side. Here it is 3 3 and 3, we get x equal to, here it is 42. Okay, go to the next slide. Another one problem we are taking here. The problem is a number increased by 8 equal 15. Find the number. So again we have to assume the number. Suppose the number is x, we can say, we can write y, z also. So the number is x. Now read the statement. A number, that means x, increased by 8. So what is the equation? X plus 8. Okay, equal 15. So equal sign and then write 15. So got the equation. Okay, so we are getting the equation x plus 8 equal to 15. So here, if it is the equation, then we have to balance both side. So here it is x plus 8, so we have to transpose this to the right hand side. So if you transpose it, it will become minus 8 on the right hand side. So 15 minus 8 gives us 7. So the value of x is equal to 7. That means the number is 7 here. Okay, if you have doubts, then pause it and watch it again. Go to the next slide. We are taking bigger problem. Sum of two numbers is 70. One of the numbers is 10 more than the other numbers. What are the numbers? So we have to assume two numbers. So I am assuming two numbers as x and y. Okay, so what are the numbers? The numbers here are, you are assuming x and y. Now read the statement. Sum of two numbers is 70. So what are the numbers we are taking here, assuming here? That is x, y. So statement is sum of two numbers is 70. Is means equal to. Assume the numbers as x and y. So here it is x plus y, and it is means equal sign. So equal sign here. So x plus y, the sum of the numbers, that means two numbers, is 70. Is means equal sign and then 70. Got the equation? So it is one equation. Next statement is one of the numbers is 10 more than the other numbers. Okay, suppose we are taking the number y. So this number is 10 more than the other number. So what is the other number? X, and it is known, it is 10 more than of the other numbers. So what is the other number? X. 10 more than, that means plus 10. So here it is y equal to x plus 10. Okay, got it? So in the previous equation it was x plus y equal to 70, and then it is y equal to x plus 10, because here it is one number of the numbers is 10 more than other numbers. Okay, so one number, that means we can assume y equal to x plus 10. You can write also x is equal to y plus 10 also. Okay, so in the first equation it is x plus y equal to 70, and the next equation it is y equal to x plus 10 we are getting. So now put the value of y, x plus 10, in the first equation. So what will be? It will be x plus, and for y it is x plus 10. So write x plus 10 equal to 70. So it gives us x plus x 2x and plus 10 equal to 70. Okay, so here it is 2x plus 10 equal to 70. So now if we have the equation 2x plus 10 equal to 70, so we have to balance this 10. So we have to subtract minus 10 on the both side, or we have to add minus 10 on the both side. So it gives us 2x plus 10 minus 10, and also on the right side 70 minus 10. So it gives us 2x equal to 60. Okay, now again we have to balance both sides, so we have to divide by 2 on the both sides. Okay, so x is equal to 30 means one number we are taking x and another y. So already we got x is equal to 30. So what will be the value of y? Here is the equation y equal to x plus 10, y equal to x plus 10. So the value of x is equal to, we are getting 30 plus 10, so the value of y will be 40. Okay, so the value of x is 30 and value of y is 40. So y is 10 more than x, because the value of x is 30, y is 40. I think it is clear.